This is what a writer looks like, because this was me at the age of 21. And so I say, to them, this is what a writer looks like, this is what an author looks like, this is what a mother looks like, this is what a teacher looks like. That you never know who someone might become.
The original contact with Patrice is when I saw her book and read it and realized that it would be a powerful book to have in the classroom.
I was fortunate to get out of high school. I didn't have great grades. I certainly didn't have a good attendance record. Shortly after my book came out, I was contacted by Eric, and who suggested that his students would be really interested in my book and that he felt it could make a difference.
Students were choosing it as part of an independent book project, and noticed that she was a reporter at the Washington Post. This was in 1995, 96. And so I guessed at what her email address would be and sent her an email asking her if she'd just be willing to exchange emails with students as they read her book.
It was in the early days of emails and using computers, and I kind of thought, oh, that's a novel way to use it. It would allow me to get my message out to young people in a way that I couldn't, with my book tours. And so, yeah, I thought it would be interesting also to see where we could go by using the technology. And I think we went a lot farther than either of us even guessed.
Since you are the oldest of 7 and you did the things you did, how did you feel, or what did you think about what your siblings thought about you?
Well, in the beginning, I was very ashamed that I was the oldest and I wasn't a better example. I felt like being the oldest, I should have been a better example for them. So that was part of my shame, and all of that, my bad feelings. Yes.
Do you think you would have changed if you wouldn't have seen your daughter while you was in the jail cell? Like, would you have the same lifestyle now, or would you eventually want to change?
Well, I think that I did change for my daughter, but I do think that I had to come to a point where I realized that I had to change for myself.
The stories that Patrice tells in her talk and that are found in the book are very similar to stories that I read that my students write.
I really feel like I've had a part in helping them to graduate, to get to that point. So it's also interesting to find out what has happened to some of them afterwards, and I feel like I played a little role, in encouraging them. Okay, I'll look them up. I might be reading classes like you next time.